Hey everyone, it's Rachel from Sugar Maple Farmhouse, and today I want to show you how I made these DIY patio table umbrella stands. So I made these DIY patio table umbrella stands earlier in the summer, and we have been enjoying them all season here. We do not have any shade here next to our pool, so these have been vital for us for enjoying the pool and our patio. You don't need a pool to make these. These would work great on your deck or your patio, regardless of if you have water nearby. Like I said, I made these earlier this summer and I meant to share them earlier this summer, but we have had a really difficult season here. First of all, we have been in a drought, so the garden has been really tough this season. The next thing is that in July, my grandma passed away. And if you have my cookbook, then you probably have some idea of what my grandmother meant to me. Um, but it has been a very difficult summer. So again, I meant to share these earlier. If you are like me and you are in the northern half of the United States or the northern hemisphere and you are going into fall, just save this and you can make these first thing next spring and enjoy them all summer long. Or if you are in the southern half of the United States, you probably still have a lot of summer left and you can make these now and enjoy them. Or if you are in the southern hemisphere of the world, you can make these now since you are going into summer, and that way you can enjoy them all summer long too. Before we get started today, I would love it if you guys would subscribe to our channel here. I cook, I craft, I DIY, I garden, I do a little bit of everything. And if you like to do a little bit of everything and keep your hands busy, I would love to have you here too. Now, let's get started and I will show you how I made the DIY patio table umbrella stands. First, gather your supplies. So you need a large planter, a medium-sized bucket that will fit inside the planter, a 1.5-inch piece of PVC pipe about 2 feet long, spray paint for the PVC pipe, a pine edge glued round board that fits your planter, a drill, a circular drill bit or hole saw attachment that's at least 2 inches wide, fast setting concrete, a small shovel for the concrete, something to mix the concrete with, a pitcher for water, and a sealer for the wood and or stain or paint, brush for the sealer, and some sandpaper. Also make sure to grab a face mask whenever you are working with concrete. Once you have all that together, this project really moves along pretty quickly. The first thing you want to do is take your PVC pipe and put it in the center of your buckets. Hold it there and then start shoveling the concrete into the bucket. Now, because I was making these for just myself, I kind of cheated here with the concrete. If you prefer to mix the concrete ahead of time, you can do that and then shovel it into your buckets. But what I did is I just shoveled it in and then I used the pitcher of water that you will see here in just a minute and poured it in and then stirred it right in the bucket. So I did this all bit by bit and I poured a little bit of water into a little bit of concrete at a time, and then I used that long paint stick that you see there next to me just to stir everything together and make sure that the concrete absorbed the water properly. You will probably see here different points where I didn't stir all of the water into the concrete, or some of the concrete is, you can see like kind of down there at the bottom, there's a little bit of dry concrete still. To me, that didn't really matter. I know that that does matter to some people, so if you want to make sure that all your concrete is properly stirred and the water is fully absorbing and you have the right ratio, I would recommend mixing this in a bucket first so that you can really get that ratio appropriately. This, however, worked for me. I was able to get all the concrete to absorb the water, and they are heavy, heavy buckets. One thing you want to make sure you're doing throughout this process is that you are not moving your PVC pipe. You want to make sure that that stays flat and level on the bottom of the bucket, and you want to make sure that it stays in the center of the bucket. I will tell you, once I added a little bit of concrete and some of the water, the PVC pipe really started standing on its own. The concrete is a fast setting concrete, and it really just worked out well to be able to kind of do this all in one shot versus for me mixing the concrete ahead of time. The supplies that I gave you on the supply list will work for one of these, or if you do want to do two of them like I am doing, make sure to get 2 buckets, 2 planters, and 2 PVC pipes. And then obviously 2 tabletops as well. Here's what everything looks like from above. This is the first bucket that I did, and you can see that it soaked up all that water and was really drying well and beginning to cure. This is the second bucket that I worked on, so you can see how much water kind of versus the concrete I was adding to the bucket. I do feel like this one had a little too much water, so I went and I added more concrete to help balance it out there. Again, I wasn't going for the perfect concrete to water ratio here, so if that is something that is important to you, feel free to go ahead and mix ahead of time and do that. While I was working with the concrete and the buckets, Kevin went and he drilled the hole in the center of my pressed wood tabletops. I found these at Home Depot. Lowe's has something similar, so does Menards. If you are not in the United States, I think you can purchase some of these things online, or I would check your local hardware store too. They might have something similar to this. Finding this was nice because it kind of helped to create a shortcut when making a tabletop for the planters. Once my concrete was done with my buckets, I went back and I used spray paint just to spray paint the PVC posts. So I used a white satin spray paint here and it blended in with the posts perfectly. I will tell you that the writing on the posts themselves did end up running a little bit, so I did have to go over them several times in order to get good coverage. I also found that the spray paint was drippy, but it didn't seem to matter in the end because it ended up really kind of blending in well and dripping all the way down the post, so my posts were nice and smooth. I let everything dry overnight and then I went in on my tabletops and placed them on top of my buckets and started staining them that way. Now you can paint your tabletops if you want to and then seal them, but I didn't really want to paint them. I couldn't decide on a color that I thought would look good, and I really did love the way that the natural wood looked with my planters and the umbrellas that I had picked out for these tables. So I went with just a heavy duty outdoor sealer for my tabletops. And again, I just placed them on the bucket. I painted each of them. I did end up flipping them over at one point when they were dry and painting the other side. And then I also took them off when they were completely dry and went around the center that's around the PVC pipe. So that was all sealed nicely too. These are the planters that I chose, and I did end up spraying my planters. They are from Walmart 2 seasons ago. I will leave a link in the caption below for you guys. They do still have these, and I actually purchased them 2 years ago, so they've had them for a while. I've had them sitting in my garage with the intention to do something like this with them, and finally just got around to it. I did have to spray them with a matte spray paint because they had some nicks and things like that, and I wanted a nice smooth white surface. But I just placed my bucket in these, and that was pretty much it. Or at least I thought that was pretty much it. We get really high winds here, and once we put these out by the pool, they were blowing over because my 30 pounds of cement inside each were not enough. So what I did is I took my planter. I was literally sitting out by the pool. I'm in my bathing suit here, and I took the planters, I pulled them off, put on my mask, and I went and I filled up each planter with another bag of concrete. So they have about 90 pounds of cement in them now, and they have held. So here I literally just added it to the planter. My bucket, you can see it's sitting in the center there. And then since I was by the pool, I just took my hose, I found my stick, and I started mixing the water and the cement in the planters. Now, I'm not planning on using these planters for anything else, so for me this wasn't a big deal. So I just didn't care about adding the cement directly to the planters. If you do want to do this project, I do still recommend adding your post to the bucket and putting the cement in the bucket and then centering the bucket, and just see how it goes for your personal property. I again get really high winds. The planters are in, or the planter tabletops are in a spot where the winds are kind of a straight line wind. So you might be able to get by with just your bucket inside your planter. If you do know that you have really high winds and you don't have any other houses blocking you or anything like that, you might have to take this extra step and go get another bag of concrete for each planter and work it into the planters themselves. Once I did add that final bag of cement to each planter, these were heavy, they were in, and they were solid. The only other thing I'm considering doing is going in and drilling a small hole in the PVC pipe so that I can add a bolt that will help hold the umbrella itself in place. While the umbrellas are closed, we don't have any issues, but every now and then when they're open, if we do have a really high wind or a sudden wind, the umbrellas do lift up a little bit. So I think going in and adding that bolt to the PVC pipe will help hold the umbrellas in place all the time, even in the higher winds. Here is what the DIY patio tables with the umbrellas look like when they're open, and they add so much charm to the space. I just love it. And not only that, but they really add some functionality too. We have been able to host our family and friends out here, have these open, relax by the pool. The adults have been able to relax by the pool while the kids are jumping around in the pool. And it's just been so nice to have this space and have the umbrellas there, especially because this pool and these chairs face west, so we get a lot of afternoon and evening sun, and it has just been so nice to be able to use these tables for our enjoyment and entertaining purposes while also not having to stare at the sun. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Also, there is a full blog post with all the steps on this DIY up at sugarmaplefarmhouse.com, and I will leave that link in the description below as well. Thanks so much again, everyone. Have a great day.